Hello, welcome to the Union Pacific Railroad Geneva Subdivision in N-Scale. My name is Darrell Cruz, owner and operator of the layout and your host for this final episode of season 2019. This is episode 36 and the last one for this year before the holidays. Actually, today is a holiday. It's Christmas Eve, and want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. This video is part 2 of Manifest Train MELNP, a train from Elkhart, Indiana to North Platte, Nebraska, with a stop in Rochelle. And we pick it up here at the end of part 1, where the train is arriving at the interchange track in Rochelle, and it'll be dropping off a couple of cars, actually 4 cars to be exact, and then picking up the 5 cars that are waiting there in the interchange yard. As I said, this is the last episode for season 2019. I will probably do a couple of best of update videos and a best of the operations video. We'll probably throw those together over the next week. But this is the last new episode for the year. And then as we enter 2020, I'll probably take a break for a little bit and just concentrate on modeling and working on the layout. So there may be a few episodes that I'll post in January, but not nearly as much as I've been doing the last few months. In the meantime, you definitely recommend that you follow me on Instagram. I will not be posting as many videos on YouTube, but I will be still posting on Instagram if you want to see the step-by-step procedures that I take to work on different areas of the layout. My username in Instagram is UPRRGensub, UPRRGENSUB. So Manifest Train MELNP is at the interchange track in Rochelle, and it is going to be dropping off and picking up cars. This is a pretty simple operation. Does not take very long at all. As you can see, the brakeman has uncoupled the cars so that those 4 box cars can be set into the interchange yard. Once the train is finished here, then the local BNSF switcher will take those 4 cars and distribute them to the various industries in Rochelle. I believe a couple of them will be spotted at the Del Monte warehouse, which you can see right here from this picture. And then the other 2 are going to be spotted at Heinz Lumber. There is quite a grade coming down into the interchange yard. It seems too steep for railroads, but the actual interchange yard in Rochelle does have a grade that's exactly that steep. When I was putting this together, I actually went on the main line and used the GPS on my phone that will not only tell you your location, but it will also tell you your altitude. So I walked along the main line and took the average of my altitude on the main line, and then I walked down to the interchange yard and walked along the interchange yard, and took the average of the altitude from the interchange yard, and then subtracted the 2 to figure out what was the difference in between the main line and the interchange yard, and that's how I came up with how far down to put the interchange yard and then the type of grade that we needed to have. So it's very scientific. Alright, so we've dropped off the 4 cars, the 2 TPW box cars, the Western Pacific box car, and then there was also a blue TOE box car. One negative about having a grade like that is that you get the jumpiness of the cars coming down, which doesn't look too prototypical. You only have that when you're backing into the yard. When you pull away, it looks fine. Alright, so we've latched onto the 5 cars. Again, the BNSF switcher picked up all those cars from the industries. 4 of them came from Heinz Lumber. Actually, 2 of them, the 2 covered hoppers, came from the cement plant. The flat car and the box car came from Heinz Lumber, and then the reefer there came from the Del Monte. Looks like we have a coal train coming through as we switch. This is where some interesting operations can come in. When you have a train that's doing some switching on the main line, it basically transforms the area that they're at into a single track main line. So while this train is switching here, any trains that need to go through need to be dispatched in such a way that only one train can go through the area at a time. So it kind of transforms it into a single track, and definitely creates some interesting operations that the dispatcher has to be on top of. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pull out the slack and then have some time set aside for the air brakes to be pumped up. Now usually I take about 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes, waiting for the air pressure to be built up. But for this video, we'll go ahead and start off right away. Those cornfields in the background there, by the way, are actual photos of cornfields in Rochelle. For the rest of the journey, I'm going to be using the drone view to catch this train making the rest of its journey westward towards North Platte. And as you can see, it's slowly building up speed. Now in the comments, some people have been requesting that we have a quote race of trains going, where you have 2 trains going in the same direction. So this is what we have here. The coal train went through, and then after the coal train went through, the dispatcher is put a manifest train to go through on the right-hand track to go around this train that was switching the yard. So here we have the 2 trains racing and going in the same direction. That's Global 3 there, just west of Rochelle. So these two are racing as they go westward. The manifest train on track 1 on the right-hand side will be crossing over to track 2 on the left-hand side in Franklin Grove. So as the manifest train MELNP gets to Franklin Grove, it'll have to stop to let the through manifest train cross over, and then our train will be able to continue. There you have the check-in booths at Global 3. That's the check-out booth right there. The other one's the check-in. Alright, so we're approaching Franklin Grove, and we'll have to slowly come to a stop. As you can see, the through manifest train is crossing over. Alright, so just as a through train finishes crossing over, we're coming to a stop. Now we'll not only have to wait till it goes through the crossover, but we also have to wait until the block in front of it is free. So we this is probably 15 minutes to a half hour later as the train that crossed over goes down the line a bit and frees up the block. And now we're able to continue with the blocks ahead of us open. We're able to continue through the control point at milepost 100 and continue towards the Mississippi River. So those three locomotives are a scale trains C44-9W and then it's followed by two Catos. The first one is a AC 4400 and the third one is a Gevo. Okay, we're approaching the Mississippi River Bridge, and it looks like we have a yellow. And we're able to go ahead and go across the Mississippi River. Looks like we're meeting a stack train on the bridge. This is about the speed that I think is prototypical for going across the Mississippi River. I need to look up sometime what the actual speed restrictions are for the bridge. But at the times that I've been at the location and viewing the trains, this looks pretty good for how fast they usually go across the bridge. That bridge was scratch built about it's been probably eight years ago that I built that. Hey, so this will be Clinton. This is a lot of work needs to be done here in Clinton yet, but we're in Clinton, which is the westernmost part of the modeled portion of the layout. And from Clinton, Then we'll move into the west staging yard, which you can see here. So this brings us to the end of this video and the end of season 2019. I hope you've enjoyed not only this video, but all the videos. Thanks so much for watching. Hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas and a great New Year. Take care.